I wanted to just mention this real quick because this is a TV program that's coming out in December that I am really excited for. This is Brian Welk writing for IndieWire. IndieWire can exclusively reveal that the recently launched streaming service, The Network, which I had just heard of this morning when I read this.
How dystopian is that?
Is in active production of what it calls a part docuseries, part competition show, which will launch all 10 of its episodes this December.
So reality television.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
Flat Earthers will follow 5 families who believe that the Earth is flat.
Damn, this is going to be lit.
I'm going to watch this shit. Yes.
But I was like shaking. It was like, this is something I would do. Is this the guy?
What you do is we pass the hat around and get them a space flight.
Well,
and show them.
Funny you mentioned that, Carter.
Really?
So, but rather than just document their exploits, the families will each be given $50,000 in resources to do their own research.
Oh, so you're just giving them $50,000?
There are people on house.
They said in resources.
Yeah,
that just means they're going to waste somebody else's time
and money. Yeah.
And then that person's going to build whatever horrible company is doing this.
So they will ultimately present their findings to a panel of scientists and cartographers and theologians. And I'm like,
cartographers and theologians?
I was like, why do we need the theologians involved? It's real simple.
Let's get Galileo on the horn.
Yeah, we need Galileo, St. Augustine.
Ultimately, though, I think it's good that theologians and scientists will be there. That way, they can
both of them.
Listen, you know the Arnold Schwarzenegger Carl Weathers class.
Yes, yeah,
right.
They unite under the whole flat Earth isn't a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
The one thing that scientists and theologians can side upon is, Earth's round, right? Yeah.
Is this because a lot of these people fall back on a weird religion thing?
Yes.
Also,
That's why.
another reason.
That's why. Because
I was going to say, like, the flat Earth thing, I mean...
Reverend, you know it's flat.
Yeah.
It just seems like a gateway drug to, like, not getting vaccinated.
It is. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I know a guy who thinks the Earth is flat. He's on Instagram. He's crazy. It's cool.
Yeah.
He's nice also.
If it was just at that, though, if it was just like everything else is fine, but
somebody
Earth is flat.
posted a picture of like the Elon rocket that went off recently over LA and like the trail of it. And he commented on this and he was like, yeah, that's the water rippling. You can see it because he thinks
the sky is water.
Yeah. He thinks all sorts of stuff that is not true.
I mean,
Their brains have been melted by podcasts.
If we're looking at chemical composition, then sort of the sky is kind of water, but not.
No, he thinks in space.
So
these are also like birds aren't real people, right?
No, well, Birds Aren't Real is like a troll. It's making fun of these people. Like the guy who started that was trying to prove a point about stuff like this.
That anyone can be convinced of anything.
Yeah, exactly. Real quick about the SpaceX thing. I always love anytime they launch one of those SpaceX rockets, there's like idiots in LA being like UFO over LA.
Yeah.
And I always just imagine guys in Iraq and Afghanistan looking at it and be like, that's a Triton missile. We see these every day. You fucking idiots. So if they manage to convince a majority of this panel that the world is flat, they will receive a cash prize. The amount of the cash prize was not disclosed.
Who's dumber, the people on the fence? I don't know. Well, there's really no proof of either way.
I mean, Jesus never said whether or not the Earth was flat.
I just like that the only person that maybe could be swayed would be the theologian, I guess. But even then, it's like they still had to go to some kind of school to get the theology degree.
They had to get a fucking time machine to grab him.
Yeah, theologian and regular ass pastor are two entirely different.
Yeah.
You show an iPhone to the theologian, he's gonna be like, Dios mío.
Yeah.
Santa Maria.
But yeah, I like the idea that they have to convince an astronomer and a cartographer. You're fucking with a guy who just looked at maps for at least long enough to get a doctorate.
To Eric's point too, it's like, and we can't help unhoused people.
Right.
At all.
Yeah.
That's what the other thing too is that it's not going to help at all because the flat earthers would be like, well, they're in the pocket. No matter what it is, because everyone's in on it except for me, the smart guy.
It's just to turn people with hot brains into a freak show, which is something this is the
reality TV.
the natural successor to like Doomsday Preppers or any number of reality TV, Bad Girls Club for that matter.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see the Bad Girls Club try to
prove the Earth is round. Celebrity flat earthers. The Real Housewives.
Put them in a house together. Big Brother that shit up.
Yes.
I mean, like the thing is, people are going to watch this though. They're just going to clip it up and put it on like Twitter.
Well, that's all of TV now.
TikTok and shit.
All TV shows are now like made to be spliced to TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's what's going to happen with this.
Yeah.
I just love the line. The amount of the cash prize was not disclosed. It's like there's no prize. You can't win because the Earth's fucking rounds. It's not possible.
What did they promise them? That's what I want.
I think they're going to show us when the show premieres, but they say there may not be a winner of the series, but producers say the idea is to highlight the growing subset of Americans who believe the Earth is flat.
Sure. That's not going to harm anything.
And to shed light on theories like this that gain traction in the United States and around the world. Aram Rappaport, creator of The Network, said in a statement, quote, "As we continue to deliver audiences free premium content, we are excited to announce this daring
free freak shows. Heavily advertised freak shows.
That's what this is.
The Network.
We're excited.
Brought to you by the sponsor.
What a hellscape we live in. God, scary.
Swear to Christ.
We're excited to announce this daring and genre-breaking docuseries. I was like, this is
not.
all of reality TV, to Sam's points.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Look at this freak.
Yeah.
This is fucking lazy copywriting. But
Yeah.
Because
from a
it's
press release.
it's the same show that you see.
Oh, of course,
everywhere.
I know, but
Flat
earn your
Earthers.
paycheck at least, or maybe don't.
This is going to be a good insight into the child abuse that goes on in these
Yes,
homes.
I like that it's
Oh,
whole
fuck.
family. Is that they're just like, oh yeah, let's bring the kids in there. Let's see if we can get
Sure.
a King Curtis of the Flat Earth community.
We got to exploit everyone involved.
Flat Earth is good for me. Flat
The
Earth.
Jews want to trick you.
Yeah.
It's going to be shit like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
they're gonna have to
Shit like
cut
that.
so
It's always
much shit.
They're gonna
Yeah.
cut so much anti-Semitic bullshit out of there, and then put it as a goof reel and put that on YouTube.
one family will be anti-Semitic, and they'll argue with the other family who is racist against black people.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it'll be different shades. It's like, no, you're both wrong. It's the gays that did it.
It's Mel versus Morgan.
Flat Earthers will provide a fascinating view into the psyche of the human condition.
No, it won't. No, it won't.
The network is available now on Apple,
They should
Android,
release this on Criterion Collection. This is very insightful about the human condition.
and it's on Roku. So maybe I'll turn
Listen,
this
if this
TV
was
on
Roku,
finally.
right?
Yeah.
If this was all directed and produced by Werner Herzog, I would.
Ooh,
What?
they could get him on.
the Earth is flat when it is in fact round.
This is one step closer to a thing I've proposed on this show, which is to have some sort of Lincoln Douglas style debate between Hollow Earth and Flat Earth people.
Hollow Earth.
We're almost there. Those are the ones that believe in like goblins.
maddening brains refusing all logic against
all
the
logic.
against the burning, searing power of knowledge.
I have an erection.
This reminds me when I was in a.
That's a great Werner Herzog, by the way, Rivers.
I have an erection.
Thank you. One take a popper.
the goods resident impressionist.
I was in a doctor's office one time with a woman who was talking to her friend about how she hates psychiatrists because they say she's psychotic because she tells them that fairies are real. But there's a lot of proof that fairies are real. Imagine your therapy session where you even mention fairies
I'm
at all.
gonna need context because we are in LA.
We're in rehab for
We have
your
people-
ankles and feet place.
This
Okay.
is where it was happening.
And
I was gonna
the
say, like,
waiting room for an ankle and
wow.
feet rehab doctor.
I've heard of people's therapists getting up and walking out of the room and needing a minute.
By the way, I'm not saying fairies are real from the homosexual derogatory thing, but more along the lines of people are dressed up like fairies in public spaces.
No, she thinks they're
all the
little.
time.
Like
She thinks
pixies,
there's, like,
be in the palm of your
oh.
hand.
She thinks-
Tinkerbell.
A phalanx of Tinkerbells.
Yeah, she
Yeah, yeah.
thinks there's little
phalanx of
tiny,
Tinkerbell.
and there's skeletons of them in Ireland. And
Oh, wow.
then she eyed up this dude next to her up and down and was like, "Hey, what are you doing? I'm so sick of dating on Facebook. You know, I want to just meet, just like
Right.
trying to
Oh,
get
boy.
dick down in the waiting room after talking about how fairies are real.
What foot injury did she have?
She weighed a lot, so probably something to do with that.
Oh, okay. Have you ever seen from the 1800s the double exposure photographs they would do with fairies in them, and they would present
Yeah.
it as proof? So you would get things like this.
And-
This was so convincing that no less than Arthur Conan Doyle, the guy who wrote Sherlock Holmes, believed until he died that there were invisible fairies all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of photos like this. So we'll throw this up on our Twitter and
so
Discord.
funny.
Yeah, this was photography was so new. It was like, well, this is proof, obviously.
Sorcery!
Right. Like, could
Is that
not.
Amelia Earhart holding 4 fairies?
Yeah, that's what rescued her from the plane crash.
They lifted her up.
Yeah, they flew in and saved her at the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
That's where all the fairies live.
Yeah, and she died an old lady in Papatui.
I swear that's the noise that Kazooie makes when you get a musical
That's the noise
note.
a fairy makes. Yeah.
It's the noise The Rock makes when he puts
When he's the
another movie.
tooth fairy.
Oh, it's all connected.
Oh, let's go straight to the top.
Oh.
Flat Earth, rock, Papatui. It's all there.
River, start a cork board with some yarn.
Too late, already made.
Yeah.
All connected.
It's already in here. Got yarn in my head.